let me tell these imperialists, Africa is for Africans. And you might think that most of us are fools. Maybe a few, but not most of us are fools. And I will give you examples. Right now we have these coup d'etats that are happening in the Sahel region, especially the Francophone speaking countries. Now, this is the problem that you guys created, thinking that you are going to diminish and, put us down forever. For 500 years, you imperialists, you have been collecting trillions and trillions of dollars from us every year by mining our gold illegally, by taking our lithium, by taking our uranium, by taking our oil, by taking our gas, by taking our human resource, by taking everything from us. Because you have placed these puppets in governments across Africa that serve your interests, and then you have enabled the system whereby you have enabled this tribal nonsense that a tribe that has many people will continue to be in power. So you've tried and managed that kind of scenario by using the CIA and this French security or something. Now, you forgot one thing. People evolve. And when you push through the corner to a corner and you do not have an exit, you create one. You can go through the colonizer. And that is what we are going to do to you guys. And I want to appeal to all Africans, anywhere in the world, anywhere. If you are given an opportunity to go back to your country and fight for your liberation, please go back. If you are given a gun to blow up an imperialist head, please take that gun and blow that motherfucker head off. We are not going to be called the poorest continent in the world while we are the richest continent in the world. We have oil, we have all this gold and all these diamonds and everything. We have land, food, but our people are starving and languishing in poverty because the poverty we have is man-made. Now our leaders are meeting with the Bill Gates, and I saw our president here meet with the Bill Gates to bring us genetically modified foods and all this nonsense that they are bringing to us in order to control and make sure that we are impotent and stupid and listen to what they say. And when you do your research very carefully, you'll find out that politicians in Africa are the richest people on the continent. And it is pretty simple. When you do your research, you'll find out that these guys are in bed with the imperialists to continue making sure that its citizens are suffering. They pay for the opposition, even here in our country. They pay for opposition and the government. So when you go to the side of the opposition, you think you have found refuge. No. When the opposition goes to the government, they talk and they sit down, they agree, they forget the hell out of you. And I'm talking this out of heart because I feel like we are being used as pawns. We are citizens. We are used as pawns, and I hope that our president, William Samoei Ruto, is not for the imperialist. But if he is, then we will deal with him. We will deal with him. Believe it or not, we will deal with him. It might take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but we will deal with these imperialist puppets. Because we cannot allow Africa not to grow because of this man-made bullshit of politics and in the name of democracy. And for some reason, these Europeans love these African dictators. Look at what they are doing to Nigeria. Many Nigerians are languishing in poverty, and Nigeria is the fifth biggest producer of oil in the world. Why? Because they have made sure that those guys cannot go forward. Look at what happened in Niger. The coup d'etat that happened in Niger. Now ECOWAS and African Union, they are saying they are going to use any and every available means to return the former puppet of the European Union to power, because they have lost their bargaining chip. This is what I would tell the Niger military generals. Kill that idiot. Yes, shoot him in the head. Yeah, so that they do not have a bargaining chip about that. But Mali has said, Mali and Burkina Faso and Guinea, they have said they are going to protect Niger. You see, this is the hypocrisy that we have in leadership in Africa. America spends $1 trillion every year to finance wars around the world. But UN, its annual budget is $3 billion. You know, and since ICC was put in power, it has arrested 52 people. And guess where these people come from? 48 of them are from Africa. The 4 are from the Russian side. When Blair killed 1 million people, Blair and Bush killed 1 million people in Iraq. When Obama and Hillary Clinton killed more than 500,000 people in Libya, including Muammar Gaddafi. Where was this UN? And where was this ICC? So it is only one side of the coin that is being looked at. So if you are an African and you have these problems, they blame the problems on you. But they are the ones creating the problems for us. But they come and say, oh, you are the reason why you are poor. The leadership you import on us, you make sure that we have tribalism in our midst. Especially here in our country, Kenya, we have so much tribalism that politicians, you see, everyone wants to be a politician because they realize when you become a politician, you become an instant billionaire. Because you will be allowed to steal and loot everything. For me, this is what I say. As for the youths and everyone that listens to every voice of Africa, Africa should stand up, and if you are given a weapon, whichever it is, if it is word of mouth, if it is a gun, if it is a rocket launcher, if whatever it is you are given, make sure you liberate yourself from imperialism. We would rather be friends with Russians than being friends with these European sick and devilish masters that have made sure that Africa is extremely poor so that they can continue, sucking off us our minerals and everything that we have. Our people die every single day in the Mediterranean, crossing to go to Europe. Some of them are in these camps, concentrated camps, that are worse in Europe. There is no single human rights claim that I hear of. No single human rights claim that I hear of. Here in Sudan, these guys are supporting the militia that is going on in Sudan. Imagine. And the African Union is just, it doesn't talk. The ECOWAS, they have told Nigerian army to go and liberate Niger. How stupid can you be? You use your own people to kill its own people. We are not going to allow that.